Hold on. If you're a UK driver, you need to stop what you're doing right now and listen to this. There's a critical update that must be done before March 1st. And if you miss this deadline, you could be hit with a $300 fine, and your insurance could even become invalid. This isn't a joke. And thousands of drivers have already been caught out. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do and how to avoid this costly mistake. Hello and welcome back to UK State Pension with David. I'm David, and on this channel, I bring you the latest updates, warnings, and essential information that affects your finances, your rights, and your daily life here in the United Kingdom. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an important update like this one. Today, we're talking about something that could cost you hundreds of pounds if you don't act fast. So let's dive straight in. Now, you might be wondering what on earth needs updating before March 1st that's so important. Well, I'm talking about your driving license photo card. Yes, that small piece of plastic that you probably haven't looked at properly in years could be the reason you end up with a hefty fine. Here's what's happening. Your driving license photo card has an expiry date, and if that date has passed or is about to pass, you are legally required to renew it. The problem is, thousands of drivers across the UK have no idea their photo card has expired or is about to expire, and they're driving around illegally without even knowing it. Let me be crystal clear about this. Even if your actual driving entitlement hasn't expired, meaning you're still legally allowed to drive, if your photo card is out of date, you're breaking the law. The DVLA, that's the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, requires all photo card driving licenses to be renewed every 10 years. That's right, every single decade, you need to get a new photo. The reason for this is simple. Your appearance changes over time, and the photo on your license needs to be a current likeness of you. It's used by police officers, traffic wardens, and others to verify your identity, so having an up-to-date photo is crucial. So why is March 1st so important? Well, the DVLA and police forces across the United Kingdom have announced a major crackdown starting March 1st. They're stepping up enforcement, and they're specifically targeting drivers with expired photo cards. If you're caught driving with an expired photo card after this date, you face an immediate fine of up to $1,000. But wait, it gets worse. In most cases, you'll be hit with a fixed penalty notice of $300. That's $300 out of your pocket for something that only costs $14 to update if you do it online or $17 by post. Think about that for a moment. You could pay less than 20 quid to stay legal, or you could risk a $300 fine, or even worse, a $1,000 penalty if it goes to court. But the financial penalty isn't even the worst part. If you're driving with an expired photo card, your car insurance could be invalidated. Yes, you heard that right. Your insurance company could refuse to pay out if you have an accident and you're driving with an expired license. Imagine being in a serious accident, thinking you're covered, only to find out your insurance won't pay a penny because your photo card was out of date. You could be personally liable for all the damages, injuries, and costs. We're talking potentially tens of thousands of pounds or even more if there are serious injuries involved. This is a risk that's simply not worth taking. Now, let me tell you how to check if your photo card is expired or about to expire. It's very simple. Take out your driving license and look at section 4B on the front of the card. That's the line that says 4B. You'll see a date there, and that's the expiry date of your photo card, not your driving entitlement, but the photo card itself. If that date has already passed, your photo card is expired, and you need to renew it immediately. If that date is coming up soon, especially if it's before or around March 1st, you need to act now. Don't wait until the last minute because the DVLA can take up to 3 weeks to process your application, and if you're still driving with an expired photo card while you're waiting, you're still at risk. Let me give you some real examples of why this matters. Just last month, a driver in Manchester was pulled over for a routine traffic check. His photo card had expired 2 years ago, and he had no idea. He was given a $300 fine on the spot, and because he'd been driving illegally for 2 years, his insurance company canceled his policy and refused to renew it. He now has to declare that he's had insurance canceled when applying for new insurance, which means his premiums have skyrocketed. What should have been a 14-year renewal has cost him thousands. Another case in Birmingham involved a woman who was in a minor accident. No one was seriously hurt, but there was damage to both vehicles. When the insurance companies got involved, they discovered her photo card had expired 6 months earlier. Her insurance refused to cover any of the costs, and she ended up having to pay for repairs to both her car and the other driver's car out of her own pocket. The total bill came to over $4,000, all because she didn't renew a photo card that would have cost her $14. So, how do you renew your photo card? It's actually very straightforward, and you have two options. The easiest and quickest way is to do it online through the official government website. Just go to gov.uk and search for Renew Driving License. You'll need a few things to hand. You'll need your current driving license, your national insurance number, and a debit or credit card to pay the $14 fee. You'll also need a digital photo that meets the DVLA's requirements. You can use a photo from your phone if it meets the standards, or you can use the DVLA's photo upload service where you get your photo taken at certain post office branches or photo booths, and it's sent directly to the DVLA digitally. The photo requirements are important, so listen carefully. The photo must be in color, taken against a plain light gray or cream background, and it must show a clear, full head and shoulders view of you. You need to have a neutral expression, your mouth closed, and you must be facing forward looking straight at the camera. No sunglasses, no hats unless it's for religious reasons, and no heavy shadows on your face. The photo must also be taken within the last month, so don't try using an old passport photo or something you've had lying around. If you prefer not to do it online, you can renew by post. You'll need to get a D1 application form from the post office. Fill it in, include a new passport-style photo, and send it to the DVLA with a check or postal order for $17. The postal method takes longer, usually around 3 weeks, whereas online applications are often processed within a week. Now here's something really important that catches people out. When you renew your photo card, the DVLA will send you a new one in the post, but your old photo card remains valid until your new one arrives. However, if your photo card has already expired before you apply for renewal, you should not be driving. Some people think, oh, I've applied for a renewal, so I'm okay to keep driving. No, you're not. If your photo card is expired, you should not be behind the wheel until your new one arrives. Make alternative arrangements. Get the bus, get a taxi, ask a friend or family member for a lift, but do not drive. There's another group of drivers who are particularly at risk here, and that's older drivers who passed their test decades ago. If you passed your driving test before the photo card was introduced in 1998, you might still have the old paper driving license. Here's the thing, those old paper licenses are still valid in terms of your entitlement to drive, but if you want to drive professionally, hire a car, or drive abroad, you'll need a photo card. And more importantly, from March 1st, the police crackdown means that even if your paper license is technically valid, you could face additional scrutiny. The police and DVLA are encouraging everyone to switch to the photo card system. You can exchange your old paper license for a photo card, and it's strongly recommended that you do so. Let me also address a common misconception. Some people think that if they don't drive very often, or if they only drive occasionally, they don't need to worry about renewing their photo card. This is completely wrong. It doesn't matter if you drive every day or once a month. If you drive on UK roads and your photo card is expired, you're breaking the law. There's no exemption for occasional drivers, weekend drivers, or any other category. The law applies to everyone equally. There's also been some confusion about what happens if you're caught driving with an expired photo card. Let me clarify the potential consequences. First, you can receive a fine of up to $1,000. In practice, most people receive a fixed penalty notice of $300. Second, you could receive penalty points on your license. Third, if you're a new driver who passed your test within the last 2 years and you accumulate 6 or more penalty points, your license will be revoked entirely, and you'll have to retake both your theory and practical tests. Fourth, as I mentioned earlier, your insurance could be invalidated. Fifth, if you're driving for work, your employer could face penalties too for allowing you to drive with an invalid license. And sixth, if it goes to court, you could end up with a criminal record. Now, I want to talk about why the government and DVLA are taking this so seriously. There are currently an estimated 1.5 million expired photo cards in circulation in the UK. That's 1.5 million drivers who are technically driving illegally. The DVLA has been sending out reminder letters, but many people ignore them, thinking it's just another piece of junk mail. The March 1st crackdown is designed to force people to take action. The government has made it clear that road safety is a priority, and having up-to-date identification for drivers is part of that. When police pull someone over, they need to be able to quickly verify who that person is. An outdated photo from 10 or 15 years ago isn't good enough. There's also a security aspect to this. Driving licenses are used as a form of ID in all sorts of situations, from buying age-restricted products to verifying your identity when opening bank accounts. If your photo is years out of date, it makes it easier for someone else to potentially use your license fraudulently. Keeping your photo card up to date helps prevent identity fraud. So, what should you do right now? First, find your driving license and check the expiry date in Section 4B. If it's expired or expiring soon, stop reading this and go to gov.uk right now to start your renewal. Don't put it off. It takes less than 10 minutes online and it costs just 14. Second, set a reminder in your phone or calendar for 10 years from now so you don't forget to renew it again in the future. Third, tell your friends and family about this. Share this information. There are so many people who have no idea their photo card is expired, and you could save someone you care about from a $300 fine or worse. I also want to mention that there are some scam websites out there that claim to help you renew your driving license but charge you extortionate fees. Some of these sites charge $50, $70, or even more, and all they do is submit the same application to the DVLA that you could do yourself for $14. Always go directly to gov.uk. That's the official government website. Don't use any other sites, don't click on sponsored ads, and don't fall for scams. Before I wrap up, let me give you a quick checklist. Check your photo card expiry date today. If it's expired or expiring soon, renew it immediately online at gov.uk or by post. Make sure you have a suitable digital photo or get one taken. Pay the $14 online fee or $17 postal fee. Wait for your new photo card to arrive, which takes up to 3 weeks. Do not drive if your photo card is already expired until your new one arrives. And finally, set a reminder for 10 years' time so you don't forget to do this again. Thank you so much for watching UK State Pension with David. I hope this information has been helpful and potentially saved you from a costly mistake. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're here to keep you informed about everything that affects your life in the United Kingdom, from pensions to benefits, from legal updates to financial tips. Hit that notification bell so you get alerted every time we upload a new video. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've checked your photo card today and if this video helped you realize it was expired. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe on the roads, stay legal, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.